Right, welcome back to SOS Canine Unleashed. Doing another puppy one. My last one was a bit of a ramble. Top things to look out for in a puppy class, right? Training starts from the day you get it. Yeah? So if your dog is spending 6 weeks in a hall, when are they learning about the real environment? Is it when you, the owner, unprepared, go out into the real world in between your sessions? And once your course is done, if you condition a dog only to a hall, it's like conditioning a dog only to your back garden, and people wonder why when they get out the front the dog loses their shit. You can't do that. You have to train from day one. You have to condition the dog from day one in all environments. There are things you can do. So for example, I wouldn't take my dog to a dog park with like 20 bloody dogs, yeah? And I'd use space and all the rest of it. So things to look out for in a puppy class: do they train in the real world? That is essential. Too many do it in halls, and that's setting you up for failure, unfortunately. There's no outlet for the dog to knock off naturally, there's nothing there. There's no grass, no nothing. Right? Number two, if it's treat orientated and treat based, and that's the only way that you're going to get your mark to work, you're again setting yourself up for failure, because unless your timing for your treats is impeccable, it's not going to work. And again, you can test this. So ask your dog to sit. If he stares at your hand first, or your pocket first, or something like that, you've unintentionally conditioned your dog to only respond when food's there. Your dog should hear the verbal and then get praise and all the rest of it as your reward, and then a treat should be like cherry on the cake. Too many people want to be a treat dispenser for dogs, and they condition them too early to respect food more than they respect the human. So that's something to take into consideration. And number three, what sort of training? What sort of training is it? A lot of puppy classes are trick training. And tricks are good, great for fulfillment, stimulation if you've got the right breed, but the problem is the first 3 years, the imprinting years, the moulding years, you need to develop the brain. You need that to be spot on. You need a dog that's well balanced that you can trust. And the thing is, then puppy years go like that. So when you're picking a trainer for puppy classes, they need to talk about future-proofing your dogs like we do, because they've done it so many times. They can see what bad traits are going to evolve into what behaviours later on. You want someone who's going to build you up as a leader. Not just say, oh, here's food, it's so powerful, it's going to overpower and overwhelm you as the owner. And if you do use food, they've got to explain when the cut-off date is and how you weed them off of it, how you get the respect and the obedience out of them without food. And the other thing is, they should be open about equipment. So our first session, we go through everything, every bit of equipment, because I won't have anyone come to me and I go, that equipment's shit, I'm not using it, turn you away, whatever. I know other people do that, but we don't do that. If you're adamant on a certain tool, I will help you get the best out of it. But I will explain to you the potential limitations of it. And the thing is, everyone seems to think puppy classes should be fun, should be puppies jumping all over each other, socialisation, and that's not right. Right? Puppies don't need to say hello to every fucking dog. Jumping over each other is not socialisation. If I come round your house and jump all over you, it's not fucking socialisation, is it? Me sat there on the couch like a well-mannered fucking human being, respecting boundaries and that's what socialisation is, These sort of things need to be imprinted from young. Mentality on not just the dog but the owner is so important from young, right? More often than not, I don't teach dogs, I train owners. I sort their mentality out. And the problem is, they go to puppy classes, sometimes they've even gone to multiple ones, and they're still fucked. And that's because they haven't learned what I call the fundamental basics, which we try and teach in a dog. It's like, that's why there's so many dogs out there. That's why there's so many owners and even so many trainers that couldn't think of having a dog off lead, and that blows my fucking mind. Because if you're going to puppy classes, off lead should be on the agenda. You should be working towards that, because the first 3 years of your life, if you can now off lead, you got 10 years of bliss. You know what I mean? But I have people who think it's disgusting that I have off lead dogs. How can you trust them 100%? Because I fucking worked at it from a puppy. Right? You know what I mean? It's just because you paid fucking £100 and spent 6 weeks fucking being a human treat dispenser, chucking fucking treats, you got no loyalty, no love, no respect from that dog, unless you have a treat. And even then, why is it the obsession that when treats fuck up, we then raise the value of that? But again, that goes back to puppy classes. You know what I mean? You're taught high value, and it's screwing a lot of dogs, right? And to prove my point, the last decade there's been one style of training, and do we have the dogs of good, or were the dogs better when we had sort of the old school training? I think now's the time we have the new and the old mixed together, not just this new age shit, but then also not the old age fucking crap neither. You know what I mean? We need that healthy, balanced blend. But yeah, puppy classes, man, you gotta be careful who you pick. It shouldn't be some fun fucking chucking treats in the air crap. There should be structure to it. You should get a wealth of knowledge that future proofs your dog in all environments. That's my opinion on that.